world, it's me, Julian Venables, the London Astrologer, and I'm here to give you your weekly almanac for the week ahead. This week we have the last quarter moon in Pisces, we have Venus entering Cancer, the crab, we have Venus trining Jupiter, we have the Sun trining Saturn, we have Mercury squaring Neptune, and we have Mars in opposition to Pluto. Quite a busy week. So today, Wednesday the 2nd of June, starts with quite a lot of aspects. We've got the last quarter moon in Pisces. So this is 1 week after the eclipse. So this is a beginning of a closing phase because the moon is reaching back towards the sun. There will be another eclipse in 7 days' time. And so we're in that middle point between the two. And because the moon is in a mutable sign of Pisces, there's a lot about an emotional shift or change or adaptation. And with the sun being in Gemini at the moment, then there's a lot about thinking about things differently as well. So if there's some changes to be made right now in your life, then maybe it's today that you'll really feel it. If you haven't let go because of the eclipse yet, or there's still stuff to tidy up, as it were, to like tie up loose ends, in the process of letting go or finishing something, then this is the time to do that. Today also, Venus moves into the zodiac sign of Cancer the Crab. This is the charming and affable planet of Venus going into the family-based and secure sign of the crab, which likes a sense of feeling secure, feeling protected, feeling nurtured, feeling looked after. So with Venus moving into the crab now, then we're going to have a few weeks where we feel that family matters become quite important, a sense of nurturing others, and that's with Venus, the planet of relationships there. Then it's about relating to your loved ones with more nurture and more sensitivity. So that's a very nice aspect for some, maybe challenging for others, but generally speaking, it's going to bode quite a nice fit, should we say, because Venus is essentially an earthy planet going into a water sign. So there's a sense of receptivity there that's quite nice to enjoy. Also today, once Venus goes into the crab, then it makes a harmonious aspect to Jupiter, who is in Pisces. And Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces. So, and Venus, when Venus meets Jupiter, there's always a bit of luck in the air. So we could say that maybe there's a lot of potential here for something really quite joyous to occur on the emotional level. So look out for or seek to find a happy situation. There may be something that comes up that's quite nice. It could be a genuinely better, deeper understanding of how to relate, a philosophy or learning about relationships. It could be bounteous. It could be very generous. So, and it could be also to do with resources and money. So, and very linked to the family, quite possibly. So think about things like that. Now, moving on to Thursday, the 3rd of June, and the Sun in Gemini is making a harmonious aspect to Saturn, who is retrograde in Aquarius. Now, Saturn in Aquarius is about going over ground. The retrograde of Saturn in Aquarius now is about going over ground and reviewing things, the structures of your life, the order of doing things, the commitments, duties, obligations and responsibilities that you have in specific areas. So there's a lot probably flowing through your mind at the moment since Saturn only recently went retrograde. The Sun is highlighting it. The Sun brings a much more of an awareness towards it, or a conscious recognition. And the Sun being in Gemini at the moment means there's stuff to talk about. So if there's a communication to be had, then now is the time to do it. It's a good time to talk to older people, more established people, other people who may be very responsible, but it's also time to just look at how some people can do very well when they work hard, when they're responsible, and it's about recognizing that and seeing it in others as well as in yourself. Moving on to Saturday the 5th of June, and we have Mercury, the thinker and the decision maker, making a tense and difficult aspect to Neptune, the dreamer and the illusionist. Now this is something that's going on for several weeks. So the theme really throughout June is Mercury, the mind, the ideas, the opinions, the communications, the emails, the messages, the phone calls, the travelling, short distances, is squaring Neptune. Transcendent, dreamy, uncertain, going with the flow, losing the plot a little bit, just generally being kind of floaty. So when Mercury, who would normally want to be quite analytical, logical and rational about things, meets Neptune, then everything's got a bit foggy. It's like, Mercury would be at the helm of the boat and going into the fog. And it'd be like, hang on a minute, I don't know where I'm going here. What direction am I going in? So the way through this is essentially to not make firm and major decisions at this time. Instead, enjoy the dreaming, enjoy the fantasy, enjoy the utopia, enjoy the idealism. Just get into it, just play around with ideas rather than say it's got to be this or it's got to be that. Because Mercury being retrograde at the moment and squaring Neptune, then the likelihood is that you're going to get quite enmeshed or immersed in things you wish you hadn't said later on, quite possibly. So keep very open to things. Be adaptable, be variable. The season at the moment is so mutable. That is to say, just be open to things and see what happens next. Moving on, we get then on Saturday, the 5th of June as well, Mars makes an opposition to Pluto. If you put that, which will be happening around about the same time, pretty much, as Mercury squaring Neptune. Now, Mars and Pluto, of course, are firebrands. Mars being that hot and dry planet, Pluto being that cold planet of power and obsession, possession. Mars pushing very hard for something. Mars in Cancer at the moment. So Mars is about family issues again, maybe, about nurturing, about, pushing something that's to do with feelings. So it could be hot feelings that are then run up against very firm and overpowering forces of the unconscious. So it's a time where the shadow is very rife. And I would say with that maybe you need to learn or to be aware of how it can be act as the observer rather than the one who gets deeply involved. If you're feeling angry about something, particularly another person, particularly a sense of, very strong reactions against someone in particular, it might be better to try to be equanimity, to find that middle path where you just observe the emotions as they're coming up and those feelings. We can't change everything all the time. And sometimes we can't start something up when we want to start something up, because the Mars in Cancer, Pluto in Capricorn, that's a cardinal axis. They're good with the get-go, good with starting it up, getting it going. But the opposition can be quite confounding or blocking. So someone might be saying, I think we should be starting this up and getting this going and let's get this happening. And it might be like, yeah, but then Mercury's squaring Neptune as well. And what is it that we're dreaming about again? So don't get too heated up, or don't let someone heat you up, because that Mars can be like, come on, get on with it. And it might be like, well, yeah, but Mercury squaring Neptune as well on the same day. Think twice. I think it might be, you know, just let things ride a bit and see. Let that Mars get out of Cancer. It's going to be happening in a few days' time. Mars will leave Cancer next week. It will, and once it's done that, then, you know, Mars goes into Leo, fire planet in a fire sign. It's going to be much better. At the moment, Mars is actually in its fall in Cancer, and therefore not at its best. So someone can get very hot under the collar, trying to express themselves, crabby pincers going everywhere, protective shell, and, you know, and you've got that sense of like, why is that person fighting like they are? Question, why are they fighting like they are? And I'm just talking about arguments mainly, probably, you know. I mean, that's, as you understand what I'm trying to say there. So there's, why is the conflict? What is the issue? So there we go. That is Mars opposition to Pluto. To round this week up, then I would say that Tuesday, the 8th of June, we have a Venus quintile Saturn. Venus is, of course, the planet of love and relationships. Saturn is an old, slow burner. So it's an old, slow burning relationship that's taken maybe quite a long time to come to fruition, particularly since Venus is in the crab at the moment, and that's to do with the past. And Saturn is in Aquarius, which is, funnily enough, to do with the future. And the quintile is a little bit of magic or a spark of something special. So it could be that an old friend or an old lover or something like that comes into your life, and you might be like, gosh, you know, maybe something nice could happen here. That's the quintile. So there we go. I hope you have enjoyed this week's Almanac. Please do subscribe to my channel. Please do ask me for readings. Please do share this video. I enjoy what I do. I love what I do with astrology, and I hope that you enjoy it too. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.